Hello, everyone. Welcome to this Sunday Sweat Club. It is going to be sweaty here. So I encourage you to find a space if you're joining us afterwards that's like close to the sun so you can share my experience today as I sweat. We are going to start today in child's pose. If you can, I would like you to take your arms forward. There are a few different options. Arms forward. Option one here. Allow the arms to extend. Take your knees wide, toes together. I care less about the legs and the hips today. So we're going to be working in the upper body primarily. So just kind of find a lower body that's comfortable for you. Let the arms come forward. Option one. Option two, you could press your hands together. Bend in the elbows and bring your palms behind your head, resting the thumbs to essentially the base of the neck and the cervical spine. Option three is if you happen to have two blocks, you do the same position with one block under each elbow, palms together, head down, and then you'll get a big shoulder stretch with the elbows up a little bit higher. So just find what works for you. Close your eyes. Allow your shoulders to surrender down to the ground. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. Inhale through the nose and just allow your breath to flow freely to start. And bring your awareness to the gentle rise and fall of your chest. If your mind starts to wander, bring it back. Tell it, hey, come on back. Focus on the breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, start to deepen the breath. Pull it down to your low abdomen. Maybe you can feel your belly button push down towards the ground. Exhale, belly button up and in. Again, breathe deep. Pull the air down to the belly button. Exhale, belly button up and in. Inhale, slow on my count. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Continue this breathing pattern. Count in your head. With every exhale, try to relax your body a little bit more. Our focus for today's class will be very simple. We are just going to regulate our nervous systems, and that begins with the breath. Anytime you're stressed, anytime you're feeling anxious, you can use the breath, right, to start this process. It begins with the pranayama, with the breath. So take a few more. Option to constrict the back of your throat as you do this. Ujjayi breath. Take one more inhale. One more exhale. Next, inhale. If your hands are behind your head, extend them forwards. Exhale, place your hands on the ground, and we'll meet everybody else with the palms on the ground. Inhale, pull yourself up to a tabletop. Say hallelujah after a fairly long child's pose. Walk your wrists under your shoulders, knees under your hips. Close your eyes. Drop your belly, roll your shoulders back. Look at your third eye. Inhale to cow. Move slowly. Exhale to cat. Our goal today will not to be moving quickly, but to be steady. Inhale, drop your belly, roll your shoulders back, gaze at the third eye. Exhale, tuck the chin, press round. Take one more, drop the belly, roll the shoulders back. Looking at that third eye, center of the forehead, with the eyes closed. Exhale, round, tuck. Inhale, come back to center. My new favorite activity, curling your toes under. Start to push your butt back and then bring your palms together. So clasp your palms. You might be here, you might be here. We're coming to a seat on our butt. So I want you to try to come to a seat without your hands. If eventually you're like, nope, not gonna happen, you can bring a hand to the ground. But think about how you could get there. The easiest way, kick the feet around to the side, push the butt down, extend the feet out in front of you. However, there are countless ways. There are probably like 200 ways we could make up. See what works for you. There's no rush. And then you'll meet me in a staff pose. You can release the hands once you're here. Toes curl back towards your face. So much that you start to have the heels lift. If you're having trouble sitting up straight, you can also walk the hands back slightly. But I want you to feel the quads, the muscles on the top of the thighs engaged. So squeeze those. Inhale, reach the hands high. We aren't going to fold. Exhale, hands come by the sides. Fingers point forward. Tuck your chin. Now we only move the head. Legs should still be really engaged. Inhale, open the throat, gaze high. Exhale, tuck the chin. If you have any pinching on the back of the neck, just ease off. Don't go too far. Inhale, open the throat, look high. Keep engaging through the legs, don't forget. Exhale, tuck the chin. One more time. Inhale, gaze high. Exhale, back to center, and then just relax. Relax your body, relax your legs, wiggle your legs side to side. See the difference between the engagement, right? And the chill version. Now, lean back. We'll take this to start. Shift your weight over into your left leg. So kind of push the left leg down into the ground. Feel how you push the left, it starts to lift the right. Then lift the right foot up and curl the toes back towards your face. And you'll hold here and breathe. Inhale. Exhale, bend in the knee, draw the knee up into the chest as tight as you can get it. Then take the knee over to the side. And we come to a little crisscross. So if your foot can't be this close up on the thigh, it could also be down here. Could be here on the inside, right? You don't have to go on the outside, but if you can make that stretch, then inhale, left hand high. Exhale, you'll twist over to the left side. Now think about pushing your pelvis forward, like you're trying to pour water out of your pelvis as you tilt the pelvis forward. Look over your right shoulder. Breath in and out. Deepen the stretch by pulling your right hip back. Inhale, spine lengthens. Exhale, twist. Once more, breath in. Exhale, twist. Inhale, turn yourself back to center. Reach your hands high. Keep the hands here. Exhale. Inhale, lift your right foot up off the mat. Maybe you're leaning back. Maybe you're leaning forwards to make it a little harder. Hold. 3. Squeeze that quad. 2. 1. And release. Hands come down. Breath in. And out. All right, assuming either here or here, shift your weight, start to push the right leg into the ground. Push that right foot, push the right thigh, then lift the left foot up and you hold and breathe. Option to make it a little harder by leaning forward. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, draw the knee up into the chest. Squeeze. How high can you get it? Option 1, you can put the foot on the inside. Option 2, crisscross over so you've got a good wrap. And you can always use your hands to help get it situated. Then inhale the hands high. Exhale, twist over to the left side. So option 1 is to just wrap, right? You might be able to get the elbow onto the outside of the knee as you twist over. Look over your left shoulder. Curl your right toe back. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, twist deeper. At the same time, pull your left hip back in space. You should feel a bigger stretch on that left glute when you pull. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. One more time. Roll that left shoulder back. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, back to center. Reach your hands high. Keep the hands up. Exhale. Inhale, lift your left foot up. Reach it forward, unravel and hold. 3, 2, and 1. Release the foot on the ground. Inhale. Exhale now. Take a nice big forward fold. Option to round through the spine. Let the head be heavy. Shoulders roll forward. Breath in. Make this a little passive breath out. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Lift your hands up. Reach high. Exhale. Sweep the hands down by your sides and then bring them back to heart center. So squeeze the hands together. We're coming back to a tabletop pose. So how can you get there without your hands? Like I said, there are 3,000 ways. Pick the way that works for you. Might be really strange, right? You could do something like this and then wiggle around, and then finally you're in tabletop. Best option is to kick the feet around. Roll to the knees. Come on up. Find your way there. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Take one more cat and cow. So inhale, drop your belly, roll your shoulders back, squeeze your scapula together, look high. Exhale, round through the spine. Cat. Inhale, back to center. Curl your toes under, walk your hands one handprint forward, push up and back, downward facing dog. So I'm going to talk a little bit about down dog today, but first I just want you to feel your down dog before I give you any cueing. And you might be like, I have no idea what I'm supposed to be doing in down dog. I'm kind of doing it. I think it's working. And that's okay. We're gonna unlock those mysteries today. So just feel the posture, maybe move side to side. If you have questions, maybe think those questions and hopefully we'll address them. If not, stick around, ask me later. Breath in and out. Inhale, look forward. As you exhale, take a big generous bend in your knees, walk one toe print at a time to the top of the mat, and then fold into Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Let's do that again. Inhale, halfway lift. Retract the scapula as you lift up. Exhale, fold. Once more. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, push your feet away from each other. So you don't move them, but push them away. You should start to feel everything on the outside edges of your legs activate, including your glutes. Squeeze your glutes. Start to round through your low spine. If you have any back problems, you'll just sit back and come to standing. But if you can, try to roll up one vertebra at a time as you push the legs out to the side. So like a zombie roll up, right? Little by little, allowing the spine to take you all the way to the top. Eventually, once you're at the top, roll the shoulders back. Palms come forward. Tadasana. Okay, so in Tadasana, I'm going to kneel down just so you can see this. Reach your hands above your head. Pretend we're in down dog with our upper body, essentially, right? So ideally, down dog, the alignment will be the ears by the biceps. So reach those hands above your head, then curl the fingers back towards your face. Take your hands a little wider or about as wide as the shoulder. So if you look at me, they're not here, right? They're not here. We kind of have them in this nice little comfy space around the shoulders. Then, this is the secret to downward facing dog that gets so confusing. I want you to roll your triceps inward. So if you look at me, this is a nice cheat because I've got a tattoo, right? So I have a tattoo here. I'm going to take this tattoo and try to wrap it inwards. So try and do this with your arms. Think about wrapping and pulling in, curl the fingers back, and then try to rotate in. But you'll notice my hands want to turn. So what will happen when our hands are on the ground, you're going to try to do this rotation, but your hands won't be able to spin. So this is the engagement we want. Then push your hands up. Push them away. So you should feel your shoulders come up to your ears. That's totally fine. We're wrapping, pushing into the mat. Breath in. Exhale, release your hands by your sides. One more time, just so, because once you're on the ground, it gets confusing. You're like, am I supposed to roll them this way or this way? So bring the hands back up. Maybe you can think of something that will help you remember which direction. And then exhale, rotate the triceps inward. So feel that rotation. Once you've got the rotation, push the hands up towards your shoulders. This is exaggerated, right? This isn't going to be your down dog because your hands are moving, but try to find that push, breath in. Exhale, hands by your sides, Tadasana. Great. Let's move down towards the ground. Let's give it a try. See what happens. Inhale, sweep your hands high. Look up. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands. Take a big bend in your knees and step back first to tabletop pose. So wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. This is a fantastic substitute for down dog all the time. If you're not ready for down dog, you could walk your hands forward and this is your down dog prep. You'll do everything from here, right? When I say right leg high, you'll do this. So let's try this together. Inhale, lift your left leg back. So let's start with the left leg. Look at my hands, make sure your alignment's like mine. It's almost like we're working towards down dog in the chest, right? So push the hands into the mat. Breath in, pull your core in. Exhale, stay. And now we're going to add something on just because I thought of it and it seems fun. Take another breath in here. Exhale, try to sink your butt back towards your heels slightly. Reach the hands forward. All right, inhale, lift up. Don't worry if you don't get too far. Exhale, push back. Keep that left leg high. Inhale forward. Yep, I love this new thing. Exhale, push back. Inhale to center. Your hands are a little bit further forward. Exhale, take your left knee towards your left tricep. So you're going to lean, tuck the knee to the tricep, and then step through low lunge. Push your left knee backwards and come to a big stretch in the left or in the right hip flexor. Now your hands should still be pretty wide. Roll your shoulders back, pull your chest through your biceps. And as you do that, notice how my hips go once I start to pull. It's pulling down into the stretch. Once you're deep, left hip goes back, right hip goes forward. Breath in. And out. Keep gazing up. Squeeze the scapula. Inhale. Exhale. Once more. Breath in. As you exhale, shift your butt back. Maybe you can try to connect your knee to your tricep first, very hard. Lift the leg back, three-legged tabletop. Exhale, release. Perfect. So find your alignment again if you got out of it. The wrist is in front of the shoulder, and this is a fantastic way. If you have wrist pain, when we go here, look at the angle of my wrist versus when we go here. So this is always another option once your wrists start to get tired. Shift your weight over into your left leg, right leg goes back. Take the bend out of the spine first. Inhale. Exhale. Another breath in. And now we'll start to move with it. You don't have to move far. Maybe just move a little. Exhale, sit your butt back towards your heel. Keep that back leg hovering. Inhale up. Exhale, push back. Inhale up. Exhale, push back. This is where we change it up. Inhale up, and then as you move, let's go straight into that right knee to the right tricep. Try to link it first. Then step the hand to the outside of the foot. Now wiggle your left knee back, sink down into that front hip. Pull your chest through your biceps to engage deeper in the stretch, right? We dive in, pull your right hip back, left hip forward. Breath in and out. Inhale. Exhale. Once more, breath in. And then as you exhale, connect your knee to your tricep, lean back slightly. Maybe you can try to lift the foot first, and then three-legged tabletop. Both knees down, tabletop pose. Now from this position, this is actually where I'll push up into downward facing dog, not here, because the alignment's not right. So keep those hands forward, find the alignment, curl your toes under, push up and back, downward facing dog. Option to stay in tabletop, just like we had done, right? Those are the two variations. Now, once you're in downward dog, think about bringing your chest towards your thighs. Take a big bend in your knees to start. So the chest comes through the arms. You know how I'm always saying to pull your chest through the arms. Same concept here. Now, wrap the triceps under. Find that rotation, right? We're going to wrap the triceps under, push the hands into the mat. So we're pushing the mat away from us. Hopefully, you feel a lot more strong in this as you start to wrap and push. 3, maybe sink the heels down to the mat. 2, 1. Inhale, come forward, plank pose. Always an option to walk the hands farther forward if you have problems on the wrist. This also makes it harder, right? Inhale here. Exhale, knees up or knees down, lower down slow. 3, 2, it's way harder like that. 1. I couldn't even do it. All right, walk your hands back by your sides. Inhale, baby cobra, hover the hands. Exhale, stay. You're gonna get a little higher every time we do this. Inhale, lift. Exhale, stay. Once more, breath in, lift. Exhale, lower down to the mat. Curl your toes under. Maybe you're taking your hands a bit wider, working on a wide push up here. Push up and back. Look at my wrist, curl the toes under, downward facing dog. See how that alignment stays. The hands are a bit more farther forward than you might be comfortable with. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step, hop, walk your way to the top of the mat and fold into Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, butt back, chair pose. So chair pose is going to be a bit important today. Find your chair, bring your hands to your hips, sink down into your seat. Automatically, you will find a probably height in your chair that you're comfortable with, right? I'm going to ask you to find that height and then take it like that much lower. Because for me, that's how the gap is a little bit. It's okay if the chest leans forward. Squeeze the legs into the midline. Hug them as tight as you can. So think about the thighs hugging in. In class the other day, in my public class, I had everyone put their hands between their crotch and like squeeze the hand, which you could try doing. Looks weird, but it's this mind-body connection. Try to squeeze in and pull. So find your position. 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, sweep up to standing. Exhale, hands by your sides, Tadasana. Breath in and out. Inhale, sweep your hands high. Exhale, take your hands behind your back. So a few options. Option 1, wrap the arms. Option 2, grab for the hands. Now, before you extend, think about hugging the elbows in, lifting the elbows up, then try to extend and straighten, lower the hands down onto the spine. Breath in. Exhale, sit back, chair pose. Round 2, hug the legs into the midline. Keep rolling the shoulders back, squeeze the scapula together. So make this an active posture in the upper back. The upper back is working to hold you here, not your hands. Breath in. Exhale, fold forward. Keep the clasp of the hands, Uttanasana. Let the hands fall above the head. Inhale, halfway lift. Make your chest parallel with the ground. Rest your hands on the back of your butt, essentially, and then slide them, release the clasp, hands to the hips. Next, exhale, fold forward. Keep the hips on the hands on the hips. You get it. Inhale, halfway lift again, flat back. Exhale, fold. Take a micro bend in the knees as you do this. One more time. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release the hands, reach them towards the ground. Bend in your knees until your hands hit the ground. Step back, plank pose. Breath in. Push up and back, downward facing dog. So in your downward dog, hands to the mat, wrap the triceps in, find the wrap, right? The hands won't move, just that engagement, and then push the hands into the mat so shoulders shrug up towards the ears as you push away. Breath in and out. Inhale your right leg high. Keep that integrity in your upper body. See how this changes the posture. Sometimes I get lazy and I don't do the engagement, and for me, it's so different. I feel so much more supported. Keep that right leg up. You're almost there. Exhale. Inhale, lift a little higher. And then exhale, kick your foot to your butt, open your hips. So a big open hip stretch. Drop your right shoulder down as it will be inclined to open. So keep the shoulder down. Keep pushing the hands into the mat. Keep that tricep rotation. Breath in. Exhale. Inhale, straighten the leg, close the hip. Exhale, bring your knee to your nose, round through your spine, and then step through a low lunge. Spin the back heel down. Inhale up, warrior one. Exhale, hands to the hips automatically, because I want you to feel big pull in the right hip to bring that right hip back in space. Then sink down into the posture. Keep your hands on your hips. Inhale. Exhale. Push through that back heel. Breath in. And out. Once more, inhale. As you exhale, lean your chest forward. We're coming to a humble warrior, which normally our hands are behind our back, but today I want hands on the hips. Try to bring your right shoulder to the inside of your right knee. Chest could also try and stay parallel to the ground. So two options here, or maybe you can fold down. Once you're down, pull that right hip back in space. Then everybody try to hug your elbows up and back. So elbows hug. Use those muscles between your scapula to squeeze them together. Breath in and out. Inhale. Exhale. All right, team, we can do it. Inhale, lift yourself back up. Warrior one. Exhale, extend the arms and sweep. Warrior two. So you'll widen your stance pretty significantly. Then sink down into the front knee. Back leg is straight, arms nice and long. For me, after that warrior one, I really don't love warrior one, which is why we have to do it more, right? It's good for us. Sink down, look off your front hand. Now, on the topic of regulating our nervous system, we're in a pretty powerful pose. The breath is going to carry us through this long hold of this posture. So inhale. Slow your heart, slow your mind. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Maybe get deeper because you're having fun. Inhale. Exhale. Once more. Breath in and out. Okay. Inhale, straighten your front leg. Celebrate how good that feels. Wiggle your back foot in slightly. And now we'll come forward to Trikonasana. Hand comes down, right hand down, left hand high. Think about pushing and opening through this posture. Option to reach the hand down towards the big toe. Maybe you could grab through the toes, you open, breath in. And out, a shorter hold on this one. Inhale. Think about lifting up through the torso as you rotate. Exhale. Once more, inhale. Exhale, bend in the front knee. Inhale, lift up, warrior two. Exhale, sweep the hands down, frame your foot, back heel off the mat, push up and back, downward facing dog. We'll go straight into the other side, but first, what are we doing with our upper body? Triceps, rotate inwards. Push the mat away so shoulders are coming towards the ears, not like shrugging painfully. I don't want you to like be too dramatic, but I want those muscles engaged as you push the mat away. Inhale, left leg high. Pull the right hip back in space. Exhale. Inhale again. Exhale. Once more, breath in. Exhale, kick the foot to the butt. Open the hip. Drop your left shoulder down to maintain the integrity. Breath in. and out. Inhale. Check in with your upper body. What's happening? Exhale. Inhale, close the hip. Extend the leg back. Exhale, knee to nose. Lean forward, round through your spine as far as you can get, and then step the foot through. Spin the back heel down. Inhale up, warrior one. Exhale, hands to the hips. Pull the left hip back in straight space, straight through the back leg. Breath in. Exhale, sink down into that bad boy. Feel a nice stretch on the outside or kind of the calf really of that right leg, right? Exhale again. Inhale. Exhale. Once more, breath in. Exhale, lean your chest forward, our humble warrior variation. So hug the elbows together. The shoulder comes towards the left knee. So how close can you get? You might be hovering at parallel here. This is an option too. If you're hovering at parallel, push the feet away from each other. If you're going humble, find humble, let the head fall down, and then hug those elbows together. The scapula, the muscles between your scapula, squeezing them together. Breath in and out. Inhale. Exhale. All right, team, here we go. Inhale, lift up, nice and strong. Exhale, sink the knee down, hands come out, and then sweep warrior two. I'll spin to this side. Get nice and low in your warrior two. The feet are going to be wider. So the setup for warrior two, I like to say as wide as you can go, really. Because what that encourages us to do is the goal is to kind of get the knee over the ankle, right? So if you go really wide, you're going to be so deep in a warrior two. This is terrible. I'm not doing that. You find a happy medium, right? Because we've got a really long hold. This is where we come back to the breath. Hands long, gaze forward off your front hand. Great way to regulate your nervous system. One is to breathe. Two is to think of a mantra. So this time, as you breathe in, I am strong. Sink down lower, I am calm. Inhale, I am strong. I am calm. Once more, inhale, I am strong. I am calm. Inhale, straighten the front leg. I am strong. And then exhale, I am calm. You're welcome to keep this mantra or let it go. Trikonasana pose. So the knees or the legs will get a little bit closer together. Look up at your right hand. Now, I want to try it on this side. Take your right hand to your torso. So bring it around your torso and think about rotating the torso open. So if you watch me, I'm grabbing and opening in it so I can feel that big stretch through the heart. Then once I have the rotation, release the hand, look high. Breath in and out. Inhale. Exhale. All right, bend in the front knee. Inhale, lift up, warrior two, ever so briefly, just saying hi. Exhale, sweep the hands down, frame the foot, push up, lift and back, downward facing dog. Think of your upper body. What are we doing? Triceps rotate, push the hands into the mat. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, come forward. Lower down, nice and slow to the mat. 3, 2, and 1 to your belly. All right. Inhale, lift up, reach your hands forward. So there are going to be different levels at which you can do this. You can do this with your forehead on the mat. So maybe we can try it there. You can also do it with your forehead lifted, which is what I'm going to try and do, and lifting your upper body and your chest. So inhale your hands forward. Remember, 2 options. Option here, option here. Exhale, flip your thumbs down, reach the hands as high as you can off the ground, and then sweep them back. Doing a swimmer, right? Sweep, 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 rotate through the shoulder. Rotate so much that you can hover the back of your hands above your butt, and they might hit your butt, and you're like, ah, that's fine. But try to think about hovering and lifting. 3, keep your chest up if you're lifted. 2, 1, extend through the arms. Flip the palms or the thumbs up to the ceiling. Sweep the hands forward. Sweep, sweep, sweep. Biceps stay by the ears. Breath in. No, we're not going to give up. Breath out. Inhale again, lift. Exhale, thumbs come down. Sweep, sweep, sweep. Back, nice and strong. Bend into the elbows. Rotate so much that you can try and hover the hands below or above the low back. See, I'm having trouble talking. This is so hard. Breath in and out. We can do this. We're all this together. Inhale, straighten the arms. Sweep, rotate, rotate, rotate. Thumbs face the ceiling. Biceps by the ears for one more breath in. Exhale, release the hands down to the ground. Place your head on your hands and just take some very deep breaths. Feel the heat in your shoulders. As we get blood there, get strength there, breath in. And out. Inhale. Exhale. Next breath in, lift your head up, then slide your hands back by your sides. Option to take a bit wider of a push-up today. Curl the toes under, push up either plank or tabletop, exhale back, downward facing dog. Briefly find our engagement. Triceps rotate, push the hands into the mat. Breath in and out. Inhale, look forward. Bend into your knees, slowly walk, step, hop to the top of the mat, and then fold into Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sit your butt back, take your arms wide, push yourself all the way to standing, look high. Exhale, hands to heart center. Hands by your sides, Tadasana. Inhale your hand side. Exhale, two options, hands either clasp behind the back, remember elbows up, then extend and release, or find that wrap. Then exhale, sit deep into your chair. Really deep chair pose, bring the knees into the midline, squeeze in the center. If you have a block, you could put it between the thighs, just that biofeedback, right? Of like, I'm squeezing this exact object as I get low. So get lower, lower, lower. Breath in and out. Inhale, come to standing. Exhale, stay. Whatever you wrap you have, we're doing another round. Take a breath in. Exhale, sit back, chair pose. All right, find that rotation. Now, from chair, we're gonna get a little silly, just a little bit silly. Shift your weight over into your left leg. Maybe you can extend your right toe back slightly. So if you take a look at me, I know my pants are kind of in the way. I'm gonna do this, just lightly. It's like a chair, it could be flamingo. Is this flamingo pose? That's what we're gonna call it. Roll your shoulders back, lift your foot up towards your butt if you can. Hug your knees together. Breath in. And if you notice, my leg is almost straight, so I'm gonna sink down, breath out. Inhale. Exhale, both feet together. Stay in your chair. Shift your weight over to your right leg. First, find the kickstand with the left. You might just stay here. Mini flamingo, very casual flamingo. And then, if it's okay, you can start to lift the foot up. Once you've lifted the foot up, chances are you're gonna be like me, where you creep up. Instead of creeping up, creep down, hold. Breath in and out. Inhale. Both feet together. Exhale. Fold forward. Keep the clasp of the hands. Uttanasana. Hands up and over the head. Inhale, halfway lift. Flat back. Rest the hands on the back. Exhale, hands to the hips. Stay. Once more. Breath in. Exhale, fold. Uttanasana. Plant your hands. Bend in your knees. Step back. Downward facing dog. Breath in. And out. Inhale your right leg high. Exhale, kick your foot to your butt. Open your hip. Inhale, close the hip. Right leg high. Exhale, knee to nose. Lean, step through, low lunge. Spin the back heel down. Inhale up, warrior one. This time, hands high. We're just moving through these postures. After all the breath, right? We're going to take it a little faster. Exhale, warrior two, sink down. Breath in and out. Inhale, straighten your front leg. Exhale, triangle pose. Let's do this on this side. Hand comes to the torso. Hold the hand and then rotate your torso open. Start in rotation. Hold the rotation. Release the hand. Maybe look high. Breath in and out. Inhale. Exhale, bend into the front knee. Inhale up, warrior two. Exhale, sweep the hands down, frame the foot, push up and back, downward facing dog. Think about the integrity of your upper body. What are we doing? Wrap the triceps under, push the hands into the mat. Inhale your left leg high. Exhale, kick your foot to your butt, open your hip. Inhale, close the hip, left leg high. Exhale, knee to nose, lean, step through, low lunge. Spin the back heel down, inhale up, warrior one. Hands high, sink down. Next breath in, spin the back heel further down, warrior two, widen the legs. Breath in and out. Inhale, straighten your front leg, shorten the stance slightly, tick-tock forward, Trikonasana. Take your right hand to the inside of the torso. Roll that bad boy up and open. Look high, breath in and out. Inhale. Exhale, bend into the front knee. Inhale, lift up, warrior two. Fantastic. Exhale, sweep the hands down, frame the foot. Push up, back, down, dog. Find that wrap, push. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, tip top. Tip top? Yep, tip top to the top. You get it. Fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, butt back, arms wide. Push yourself up to standing. Look high. Exhale, hands by your sides, Tadasana. All right, we are going to kind of build on to this weird standing posture. So again, a few options. If you are not digging the shoulder opening today, you can keep your hands on your hips, hands at heart center, or this wrap. If you're liking the shoulder opening, you're welcome to inhale up. Everybody bring your hands wherever you want. Roll the shoulders back if you can. Squeeze the scapula together. Inhale. Exhale, sit down into your chair pose. So find your chair. Moving my pants again. I love these pants, but when you got to see my legs, it's harder. Shift your weight over into your left leg. Right toe comes back, kickstand. Hug the knees together to start. Inhale. As you exhale, lift the foot towards the butt. Start to lean forward, and can you come towards a warrior three posture, extending your right leg back? So reminder, you might be working here. This is totally fine. We are playing with balance, playing with how can we move in and out of the postures, right? Working out all those little ankle muscles on the left leg. Hold and breathe. 3, 2, 1. Bend into your left knee. Draw your right knee all the way through and come to standing with your right knee in your chest. We'll get a couple chances to do this. Now, once you're here, wrap your right knee over your left knee, just like we did on the ground. Remember when we did that twist? Find that wrap, and then sit low into that left leg. You might do the full bind, the full lower body eagle, but we're keeping our upper body different today. So focus on the low body with the shoulders rolling back. Breath in. And out. If you come out, come on back in. Again, inhale. My left leg is burning. Exhale. All right, inhale, come to standing. Draw the knee into the chest. I'm going to make us do this, even though I don't want to. Point the toe and hold. 3. Yes. 2, 1, and release. Oh my God. That left leg. Shake that leg out. Give it a little shake. Hands by your sides. Tadasana. Close your eyes. So that was hard. Your breath might be a little faster. Things might feel unregulated, right? But life is also a little chaotic, unpredictable. So we use our breath to bring ourselves back to equilibrium. Breathe deep in and out. Inhale. Exhale. Once more, inhale. Exhale. All right, blink your eyes open. This time, inhale, everybody, sweep your arms wide. So widen the arms out, and then as you exhale, give yourself a big hug. So we're gonna wrap our arms around our triceps. Feel the hands reach towards your low back. Breath in. Exhale, sink your butt down. Find your chair. The deeper the chair to start, the easier it might be. Shift your weight over into your right leg. Left toe becomes a kickstand. You might stay here. Inhale. Exhale, foot to butt. Hold in our cool flamingo pose. Inhale. Exhale, start to extend into warrior three and hold. Now, pro tip, The harder you squeeze yourself in your upper body, the stronger you will feel in your lower body. Just give it a try. Give yourself a squeeze. Nice little squeeze. Yep, you love yourself, right? Yes, you definitely do. Squeeze a little harder. Breath in. If you come out, come on back in. Breath out. All right, bend into your right knee. Then inhale, lift up, draw the left knee into the chest. Keep the squeeze of the arms. Exhale, bend into your right knee, wrap your left knee over your right knee. Option one, single wrap. Option two, you might be able to put the foot around the back of the thigh. Keep holding and squeezing yourself. Hug, hug, hug. Breath in, maybe sit a little lower. Breath out. Remember, wiggling and wobbling is good. Falling means we're learning. For one more, inhale. Exhale. All right, inhale, unravel. Come to standing. Draw the left knee to the chest. Exhale, point the toe and hold. 3, 2, lift, 1, and release. Hands come by your sides. Shake your right leg out. Woo. Give it a little wiggle, release. Then close your eyes again. Hands by your sides. Back to this regulation, right? Regulation of the heart, the breath, all of which helps regulate our nervous system. Inhale deeply. Exhale slowly. Continue. Inhale deeply. Exhale slowly. Once more. Breath in. And out. Blink your eyes open. Look forward. We are playing with a little transition. This is it. I'm going to make you balance one more time on each leg very briefly, and then we're going to be down on the ground. So remember to laugh, remember to have fun, and let's give it a shot. Hands can do whatever you want. So we've done a lot of shoulder work today, arm work, opening. So if you liked the wrap, maybe you do the wrap again. Try wrapping. If you wanted the hands back here, you could even do prayer, hands at prayer, or hips. Choose. Everybody is going to be different. Everybody will pick their own adventure. I'm not going to do anything, so you can't do what I do because you're not going to know what's happening. All right, sink down. Chair pose. I'm going to do this. Nope, that's typical. I'll do this. Oh man, this is going to be weird. Okay. Put your weight over into your left leg. Let's just start with the left. There we go. Then kickstand with the right toe. Down into your chair. Lift the back foot up towards the butt. Inhale. As you extend, lift, extend the leg, come to your warrior 3 pose. This time, we're only staying for a breath. In, and then bend into your left knee, step back, warrior 1. Spin the back heel down. I know, crazy. Inhale, lift up, warrior 1. Exhale, sink down into the front knee. Option to hover at half or fold into a humble warrior variation. Breath in. And out. Inhale, we all lift up. Warrior 1. Exhale, bring the back heel off the mat. Look forward. Bend into your back knee. We're coming into the eagle legs. How are we getting there? Bend into the back knee. Then lift up, draw the right knee up towards the chest. If you fall out, come on back in. You can do it. Bend into the left leg, then find your eagle wrap with that leg. Sink low. Breath in. I'm not going to make us point the toe this time. Breath out, just so you're prepared. That's not happening. Inhale. Sit lower. Exhale. Once more. Inhale here. Exhale. Unravel. Draw the knee up. And release. Hands come by your sides. Close your eyes. That was it. Great transitions. We have one more time on the next side. Maybe you do the same thing with your hands, but like the opposite wrap, or maybe you try something entirely different. Breath in. Regulate your system. Breath out. Inhale. Exhale. All right. Find your hand position. I'll do this. Find something that works for you. Hands go somewhere. Doing something. Sink down, chair pose. Shift your weight over into your right leg. Take a breath in. And then exhale, create your kickstand first. Inhale, lift your foot up, squeeze. Exhale, extend, warrior 3. We're here for a breath in. Really just transitioning back to warrior one, right? Breath out. One more inhale. And then exhale, bend into that right knee, bend, 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 step back, spin the back heel down, inhale, lift up. Warrior one, pull your right hip back in space and sink down, exhale. Option to stay here, inhale. Or exhale, fold, heart comes down, humble warrior or half humble. Find your version, breath in, breath out. Inhale, lift yourself back up. Warrior one, lift the back heel off the mat. Wiggle the foot backwards. Exhale, bend into the back knee. Look forward. We're coming into that eagle pose on the right leg. So think about it first. Mentally imagine, I don't know how else you would imagine, bend in the back knee and then draw that left knee up into the chest. Find the wrap of the left knee over the right and sit low. Eagle legs. Once you're low, think about squeezing into the midline with your hands, your legs, everything into the center. Breath in and out. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, inhale, unravel. Lift the knee up into the chest, that right leg. Exhale, feet together, hands by your sides. Feel free to shake it out. Tadasana, close your eyes. Breath in. Slow the heart. Breath out. Inhale, blink your eyes open and sweep your hands high. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, big bend in your knees, step back, plank pose, and then lower the knees down, come to tabletop. Yes, you have one more chance to walk your hands back, bring them together, come to a seat. How are you going to get to a seat without your hands? Maybe try a little bit first. I had someone who rolled over in class the other day. Remember, rolling's fine as long as you roll carefully. And then sit down. Find yourself in a seat on the mat. Wiggle yourself to the center. So when you lay down, because that's where we're going, right, team? Feet are forward. Extend the hands forward. Pilates roll. Pull the belly in as you lower down one vertebra at a time. Ah, yeah. Gently to the mat. Oh, once you're down on the ground, and if you want to do a slow one, I won't rush you. Reach your hands over your head. Stretch left and right. And then as you exhale, draw one knee towards the chest. Doesn't matter which one, and we'll take a twist over to the opposite side. So find that knee, twist over, maybe bump the opposite hip under, extend your arms to a T, gaze over to the opposite side of your knee. Take 5 slow breaths. Focus on how can I slow down? You may not know this, or you may already, but the purpose of yoga is not all of these postures. The postures are a preparation for our meditation. That's why they're there. Yes, there are tons of other benefits that are fantastic about asana, but it is the meditation. So we're preparing to come into a time of silence in our mind. We're preparing for our body to be still. Take 2 more really slow breaths. Next inhale will bring you back to center. Even out the hips and then take the opposite leg in, twist over to the opposite side. Gaze over to your right, or I should say your opposite hand. Not everyone's doing the same side as me. And then let yourself surrender down to the mat. There are many things that help regulate our nervous system. We focused on the breath, also movement, right? This entire time, Movement helps regulate us, as does single pointed meditation, which is essentially what today's class was. It's a meditation. You listen to me, you move, you're focused on the breath and the body and the postures. None of that exterior stuff that gets in the way, makes us feel unregulated. Take 2 more of your slowest breaths. And once you're done, you'll transition back to center. Make your way into a happy baby. Any variation is fine. So you could grab, even if you don't want it too deep, you could grab for the outside of the legs, the calves. Maybe you can reach down towards the feet and just rock side to side or stay still. Come back to center. And then draw your knees into your chest. Wrap your arms around your shins. Give yourself a little squeeze and a hug. Pull the knees in. If there's anything else you would like to do in your practice, any movement, and you do not need to, by the way, it's not required. You have about a minute, not a ton of time today. So free movement, listening to your body, asking yourself, how can I better prepare for my meditation? Is there anything else my body is calling for? And maybe this means you just prepare for your Shavasana. If you'd like to get a pillow or something for under your legs, under the back of your knees, right? Set up and make yourself comfortable to sit in silence, to simply be. About 30 more seconds. Start to transition towards Shavasana, even out any double-sided work that you were doing. And then let your toes fall out to the side, palms face up. Maybe make your arms a little wider today as we did some upper body, shoulder work. Shut your eyes down. And then once you've arrived, full breath in. Open mouth exhale, let it go. Surrender into your meditation. you would like to stay in Shavasana and meditate a little longer, you can just shut this video off, drift back off. But if you are ready to come out of your practice, you can begin by reawakening your body with really subtle movements. And then allow them to get larger. Rock your head side to side. Open your mouth, wiggle your jaw, wrinkle your nose. Then reach your hands above your head. Take a morning stretch. Point your toes and zip your feet together. Stretch to one side and then the other. Draw one knee into the chest, followed by your other knee. And then roll over onto your favorite side, using your arm as a pillow in fetal pose. Just a brief pause before coming back. And then push yourself up to a comfortable seat facing the general sound of my voice. Option to bring two hands together at heart center in prayer, or maybe two hands over the heart. Let your body feel heavy. And just reflect on your Shavasana. Was it easy for you to settle into that space, or did you feel like it was a little challenging? Your mind wandered quite a bit. Maybe it was hard to stay still for that long. No Shavasana is wrong, and the more we practice, the easier we get, or easier it gets, right, for us to slip into that state. So give yourself grace. Take a deep breath in. Bow your chin in gratitude for yourself, for showing up on a Sunday or whatever day you're practicing, for this practice, for teaching us and giving us so much. And most importantly, for your community, the people we practice with here, but also all the people you have in your life that support you, that love you. Inhale, lift your head back up. Exhale. Blink your eyes open. Get reacquainted with the space around you. Thank you all. Fantastic work today. Great job. If you have any questions about Down Dog or anything we did, like I said, feel free to stop and chat after class or send me a message and we can talk. Other than that, I will see you next Sunday. Have a great week, everyone. Bye-bye.